Hey, welcome to the shop. I'm Dave Samuel with Samuel Pen Co. And I'm asked a lot of questions sometimes about different woodworking techniques and things like that. But one of the questions that really comes a lot to me is how to sharpen and why is it important to sharpen my tools and how often and those kind of things. Well, I answer those questions really in three different ways. One is the why, and there's three reasons why I sharpen and tools should be sharpened. And one of those is that your work is faster. I'm always intrigued by the cooking shows where you see the chef with a knife that's dicing up super fast. And it always amazes me that they don't cut a finger off because I probably would. But their knives are very, very sharp, and it allows them to work fast and cleanly. The other reason is that there's a lot less effort with a sharp knife or a sharp tool. Have you ever, let's go back to the kitchen again, ever tried to slice a tomato with a dull knife? Usually you're pressing and then it squirts all over the place and it makes a mess in the kitchen and it's just not efficient. So a sharp tool allows you to exert less effort and still get a nice product in the completion. The biggest thing though is the reason that it's safer. A sharp tool will cut through the material quickly and it won't backfire, it won't injure the person that's using it. I've had a piece of wood when I've been turning with a dull tool, and I haven't sharpened it as I should have, that has actually grabbed the tool and jerked it out of my hand. And that could be very disastrous if the handle of the tool comes up and hits you in the face and it's just not good. But a sharp tool will allow you to cut through the material cleanly and it won't grab, and it'll be a lot better product because of that. Another reason why when we sharpen is the when. When do you sharpen? Well, I try to sharpen at various intervals, specific intervals throughout my time, usually 10 pens or so. I'll go ahead and sharpen just to make sure that the edge is clean and that I'm getting a good product. But it also depends upon the material being used. The harder the material, the faster it's going to dull the cutting instrument. Take teak, for instance. Burmese teak has a lot of silica in the wood that actually dulls the cutting edge quicker than, say, a pine or something like that. And so I have to sharpen the tool more often if I'm using teak or a different harder wood than a softer wood. Sometimes I will use an acrylic blank for like the camo that we use, or the thin blue line or the thin red line pens that we make. The acrylic is very hard, and it of course will dull very quickly. So I often have to sharpen at least twice during turning of that one blank, because I can feel myself pressing harder and exerting more effort to get it clean, and it starts gouging and it messes things up. So I have to sharpen quite a bit sooner than the 10 pens that I would normally if I'm using wood. It also depends upon the quality of the steel within your cutting tool. A better steel will hold the sharpness and hold the edge better than a softer steel. So if you go out and buy a cheap turning set, it's going to be usually less quality steel, and therefore you're going to have to sharpen more often. If you pay a little more and get better steel, it's going to hold that edge better, so that the time then you're sharpening less. One other thing that is very important is that it depends upon the hardness of the wood. Now, I want to show you two different turning tools that I have, and I'll come in closer so you can see the different angle on that. This one here has a 45-degree angle, while this one here has a 60-degree angle. And the difference is that when you're turning hardwood, like an oak or an ebony, you want to use a 60-degree grind, because what that does is it cuts the hardwood better than you would with the 45. The 45-degree angle is used for softwood, like pine or some of the spalted tamarinds, things like that. Because what you want to do is you want to actually slice the wood instead of chipping it off. If you chip off a softwood, it's just going to tear. And the 45-degree grind allows you to actually cut the wood instead of chipping it off, and it makes a better product that way. And the 60-degree with the hardwood allows it just to chip off a little better than the others. Now this tool is the original turning tool that I bought. It's a bowl gouge, 3/8" bowl gouge that I bought 22 years ago, and you can see it's held up very well with all the pens that we've turned with it. But I keep this one at a 60-degree grind and use it that way. Now I would love to show you how to actually turn the tool, and sharpen the turning tool, but I don't have time today. So the next video I'm going to actually show you how to do that. If you have any questions, I'd love you to leave a comment in the box below, or you can email me at dave@samuelpenco.com. I would just love to give that to you and answer those questions and talk with you that way. Also check out the website, samuelpenco.com, and see what we have to offer. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'd love to dialogue with you. Thank you very much. Look forward to next time we'll actually get into turning.